Today we'll be talking about Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen. Today we'll be talking about Lauri Markkanen and then the Chicago Bulls, but mainly about Lauri Markkanen and what are we expecting from him at this point. So, my man tonight against the Dallas Mavericks had 29 points, 10 rebounds. He was attacking the rim aggressively. He was really playing with authority. He had a couple nice drag steps, a couple nice plays, and he just was willing to shoot tonight. And it seems the past two games, he's really had his confidence. Tonight his shots were hitting more than they were last night. And as a whole, his percentages are all up across the board. He's shooting 43% from three, 46% from the floor, and he's actually averaging a career low in minutes, but he's averaging the second most points in his career. Obviously, we wish he would pass more out the post, literally having a career low 1 assist per game. And he isn't the defensive player that we'd like him to be, with barely a steal and a block a game. So at this point, what is Lauri Markkanen's potential? And I like the cat. I think he has some skill. He's a fun kid to watch. He's in his fourth season. And I want to say last year's a wash year because of Jim Boylan, not Jimmy Boylan. Jim Boylan, worst coach of all time. Don't know how he got a job. And I want to hear down below, what do you think of Lauri's potential? At this point, I think he could be a guy who will give you 17, 18 points a night easily. He's a stretch four who is really just going to give you offensive potential, who can score on any given night, who can give you rebounds pretty good. Like, I think next year he'll be 24. I think he'll be closer to a double-double. I think his career averages are going to be close to his 2018 season where he had 18.7 points, 9 rebounds, assist and a half a game. Maybe he can get a coach like he goes to a defensive coach who makes him into a rim protector because he has the size to be a rim protector. So my thing with Lauri is he doesn't try on defense. He's 7 foot and he has a 6'11" wingspan. So I know like it's the same height. He has like a average wingspan. And if you look back into his NBA draft like report going into it, his weaknesses were as a skill. He's skilled on the offensive end, but he's nowhere near the same potential on defense. Like to this day, he still has a lack of strength that seems to be a concern as he gets tossed around on defense, and he I don't know. It's just like he doesn't seems like he can battle people on the offensive side, but he doesn't feel like battling it on the defensive side. And he doesn't have great length, which is limiting his ability to protect the rim, and him being thin for his height. Like he's not as thin as he used to be, but like he just plays a lot smaller than his actual size. So he's a mismatch as a stretch 5 on offense, but on the flip side, he doesn't have a chance to slow down most centers on the defensive end. So as mentioned, like he just has the inability to battle for position in the post on the defensive side, and he's not very physical down low, and he doesn't have the length to contend shots from other post players to make up for his inability to fight for good position. Combined with the lack of length, with the just average timing instincts, he could potentially he is a liability on the end court. So that's really the problem with Lauri Markkanen right there, is that he's kind of a nightmare on the defensive end while he's a nightmare as a stretch 4 on the offense. And he is so good on offense, but he's such a black hole on defense. Is it worth it? And I don't think it is. I love Lauri Markkanen, and I think the only way to get him to be not a successful player, is to have a defensive team around him. Like if he goes to the San Antonio Spurs, that's where he's going to thrive, because Greg Popovich is going to make sure he plays defense if he wants to see the floor, and he's going to put him in a position similar to LaMarcus Aldridge is right now, and just be able to score and be able to hide his defensive liabilities at least as possible. Like right now, LaMarcus is averaging only 13 points, but if we look at the year before, which I think is better, you could see he was getting a block or so a game and almost a steal a game, and obviously he's always a guy who's able to get blocks unlike Lauri, but Lauri. Either way, that's just my take on him. I want to hear down below about you guys. What do you think of Markkanen? What's his potential? And that's the video, guys. Hope you guys have a good one because I know I will. Till next, guys. Peace.